Hey there YouTubers, Tom here from Tom's Test Kitchen, and I was recently talking with a co-worker and she was telling me how much she loved lasagna, but she has never made it. So I was telling her about how I make it, and I said, I'll tell you what, I'll shoot a video, that way you can see how easy it is. And so let's get with the ingredients. This is what you're going to need. I've got a pound of very lean ground beef. This is a 93% lean. And with this you won't have to drain off any fat or anything. And I like using cottage cheese instead of ricotta. I just like the texture of the cottage cheese better. And to make things even easier, use these oven-ready lasagna noodles. And this is the brand that I prefer, the Barilla. I just think they have a more, they taste more like a fresh pasta, and that's the brand I really like. As far as a pasta sauce, or the sauce for this, I love this brand. It's a Target exclusive from the Food Network. So this is the pasta sauce that I'm going to use, and I'm going to need an egg, of course some Italian style shredded cheese. Now this is mozzarella, provolone, white cheddar, romano, and Asiago, and some parsley flakes. So let's get our cheese put together, and then we'll brown up our ground beef and add our pasta sauce. Let's get our cheese mixture going. So here I have a 16-ounce container of small curd cottage cheese. Like I said, I like the texture of the cottage cheese better than ricotta, but you could use ricotta as well. This is just the way I like to make it. And then we're going to add almost 2 cups of the Italian style cheese mix. You want to save a little bit, probably about a half a cup to top the lasagna. And I'm going to add 1 egg. And here's a tip: I like to break the egg into another container because I've bought eggs before, and sometimes you'll get like one that's kind of not good. It might have like almost a chick, you know, almost a baby chick there. And we're going to add about a tablespoon of dried parsley. And then just mix this up. And this will be our cheese layer. Okay. Now let's get on to our meat layer. Ground beef is browned up, so I'm just going to add my pasta sauce. I like to add just a little bit of water to that jar and shake it up and get that excess out, because I'm just going to let this simmer for about 20 minutes. Let those flavors get really mixed together good. Now because I used that extra lean ground beef, I didn't have to drain any fat off of this, so it just makes it quicker and easier. So I'm just going to let that go for 20 minutes, and then we'll put this lasagna together. Time to assemble the lasagna. I've got a greased, what is this, a 9? No, this is an 8-inch by 11.5 by 2-inch baking pan. And then you just want to lay your oven-ready lasagna noodles in like this. Don't worry about overlapping, that's fine. Pasta sauce and ground beef. I let that simmer for 20 minutes and then let it kind of cool down a little bit. So I'm just just going to add a layer of the ground beef. Right on top of the noodles. Oh, it smells really good. I'm going to add a layer of the cheese mixture. Doesn't have to be a perfect layer, just want to put it in there like that, because it's all gonna kind of melt and come together. Okay, then we're going to do another layer of our lasagna. Lasagna sheets, same way. Then another layer. Of the ground beef with the sauce. Just gonna move that around, get a little bit everywhere. Then we're going to add a layer of cheese. See how easy this is? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and finish up building these layers, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do with it. Okay, I've ended up using 4 layers of the lasagna pasta, and you want to end up with the top layer being just the meat sauce. Now I'm just going to sprinkle this with that leftover Italian cheese mix. This will get all melty and gooey and just absolutely perfect. Okay, we're not ready to eat yet, and that's kind of one of the beauties of this. I'm just going to wrap this in some aluminum foil, put it in the refrigerator until I'm ready to pop it in the oven. So stay tuned. Okay, pop into a 375 degree oven. 25 minutes. You're good to go. Check back. Okay, lasagna is done. I've let it rest for about 15 minutes just so it can set up and cool down a little bit. So just going to cut like so. I like good sized pieces for my lasagna. Let's get a slice. Ah, that looks good. Let's take a taste. See how I did. Looks good. Smells really good. It's perfect. Oh, that's so good. Like I said, I love the texture that the cottage cheese gives it. And I really love that pasta sauce. Mmm. That is a perfect weeknight, quick and easy lasagna recipe. Go make some.